Shalom Aleichem. Getting ready for Rosh Hashanah, Yom Adin, the Day of Judgment. Obviously, Rosh Hashanah, Shofar. There's so many thoughts, so many questions. And I feel like in our generation, we're seeking to know, like, what's the real Avodah? Every year, and people are asking, what's the real Avodah? What's the deeper explanation? What should I be thinking about Rosh Hashanah? What should I be feeling? What should I be focused on? Yom Adin, the day of Din, is the day that HaKadosh Baruch Hu starts the year, Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year. That's when the judgment and the details of the entire year are decided and take place. Every year, Shana is a Sfira. Shana is a Gematria Sfira. Every year there's a new aspect of Hashem that Hashem brings forth for us to get involved with and to fix. It's a Shana Chadasha, Shana Tova. And the way this creation starts is with Din. This is what it says in the Torah, V'rashit bara Elohim et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Elohim is Midat Adin. And we learn on the spot that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world with Midat Adin, and he sees that the world can't stand, can't last. The kavanah of the Bria can't come forth with Midat Adin. Shitef Midat HaRachamim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu joined and partnered up with Midat HaRachamim, and that's how there's a world. There's a world, this world is an expression of the Rachamim of Hashem, the mercy of Hashem. These days of Elul, is the month that we're in, we know that's the revelation of the 13 midot of the Rachamim. Hashem reveals to us His attributes of mercy, His midot of Rachamim. And the truth is that the entire kavanah of Rosh Hashanah it's Yom Adin, but at the Din, the entire purpose of the Din is to give birth to Rachamim. And this is really the theme that I want to touch upon today, which is really deeper. It really brings us back to what's the mission of man. What should man be thinking about? Rosh Hashanah is the day of creation of man. This is the day man is created. What should man do on the day he's created? Not confess his sins, not talk about himself. Man should rejoice in his mission. What's the mission of man? The mission of man is to be a partner with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, shutaf. Gemara says, Kol Omer Vayechulu na'aseh shutaf LaKadosh Baruch Hu, dayan, shutafim. This year that we're about to come into, Tafshin Pei Vav, is a year of shutaf, year of partnership. And I believe that the deeper, it's not even Gematria or Rashi Tevot, it's mamash the word. And what I think that what's worth being excited about, what's worth for a human being to be excited about, over what winning or what luxury or what being a partner of the Creator. Wow, that's exciting. What does it mean to be His partner, and what am I doing in this partnership? The Creator's creating everything. He doesn't need me. He doesn't need partners. What does the Creator want from man? What could man give the Creator? And the answer is Rachamim, mercy. HaKadosh Baruch Hu creates the world with Midat Adin, because that's the Din. This is how the world is created. If we want to look deeper into Din, we have to look into Yitzchak Avinu. Yitzchak Avinu is the Merkavat Midat Adin. Avraham Avinu, he was born into a dark world, and his whole life was being a Merkava to the Chesed and the light and the goodness of Hashem. That's what he felt from Hashem. That's what he showed the world. That's what he taught the world. Yitzchak Avinu came in with a total different Avodas Hashem. He stopped his father's Avodah. He went and took a hammer and nails and banged down all the 4 doors in his father's tent. He went in a room, inside of a room, and had a tremendous, tremendous pachad and ira of Hashem Yitbarach. And that's how he changed the world and continued the work of his father through his own midah. The midah of Yitzchak is very, very deep. Yotzer or uborech choshech. Yotzer or ze Avraham. Uborech choshech ze Yitzchak. Yitzchak is choshech. The choshech ha'elyon, the hidden darkness. What does Yitzchak see in his life? Yitzchak sees a great father, Avraham Avinu, an unbelievable person, a sphira. Where is he born from? From Terach, from a Russia. Yitzchak sees himself. Who's born to him? Esav. Yitzchak's surrounded with darkness, and Yitzchak is able to see that the darkness is just a prep and a preparation for the stages of light that come following. Avraham Avinu was born from Terach. It's a very deep design. but the darkness gives birth to light. This is how Hashem runs the world, because Yitzchak notices that the Creator wants every human being to have his own universe. Each one of us, before we're born into a void, into a vacuum, into a tzimtzum. And each one of us feels like we are the entire existence, which is true. This is what the Creator wants every man to feel. This is what the gift that He's giving man. He's giving man space to totally have his own world. So the Creator makes space for everyone to have his world. Yitzchak realizes that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's tzimtzumim and gvurot, his restrictions and his judgment calls, are absolutely a necessity of chesed. It's the same flow that his father saw of how good Hashem is. And that's why he connected the midah of chesed. Yitzchak felt the same thing. Hashem, you're so good. All the gvura that you're doing is all to allow the chesed, your chesed, to flow into the world. He was a merkava to the holy gvura, to a gvura that's unified with chesed. That they both, also the gvura, which means limitations and details, is serving a purpose in the drawing of the infinite light into the creation. Avraham and Yitzchak were absolutely in love with each other. Ele toldot Avraham ben Yitzchak, Yitzchak ben Avraham. Akedas Yitzchak is the time where Avraham and Yitzchak binded their midot together. Where they understood, Avraham Avinu saw that all the goodness that I see and all the darkness that you see, it's all one. This is how the Creator is bringing forth life. Through chesed and gevura, through light and vessels. So the din notices that the shirish of the din is kula chesed. That the reason the Creator behaves in this way of din is to allow the flow of chesed. So mimele, that gives birth to rachamim. This is how mercy is born. Rachamim is a midah that only exists by Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael is the midah, that's only a yid is a rachman. You could have goyim that are bali chesed, even though chesed lo imchatas, but this chesed is gevura. Rachamim is yidden. And what Hashem Yitbarach wants, partners. Hashem Yitbarach wants partners that are creating mercy. When it says HaKadosh Baruch Hu shitef midat harachamim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu looks for shutafim, meaning if I'm asking myself, how much mercy is going to be in the world next year? Look how many processes happened this year. So many painful processes. Imagine if they would happen with more mercy. How does more mercy come to the world? Who brings more mercy? How does God bring more mercy? God says, I'm waiting for my partners to produce mercy from below. When Am Yisrael in this world say, Creator of the world, we notice that your chesed and your gevura, it's all tov, it's all good, it's all one. When we notice that's pshat, en adin nimtak elo b'shorsho, the judgment is sweetened in its root, because you're noticing the root of the judgment. And the root of the judgment is all good. And that attitude, if I could be aware of the goodness of the Creator and the necessity of the laws of the Creator, and they all make sense in my being, then I could tell the Creator, have mercy. Rachamim means it's not chesed and it's not din. Rachamim means, okay, your Creator, you're a giver of infinite good. Okay, Creator, you have these rules. But now there's a third voice that I could say, Creator of the world. There's people that are involved in your laws. They want you, they love you, they're trying for you, but they can't. Look at their fathers, look at their future, look at what they're made of. There's already another outlook that could say, Creator of the world, bring mercy. Show us this mercy that you're talking about. The creation needs it. So only someone that could stand and absolutely surrender to the necessity of the judgment and realize that it's all a flow of Hashem's good, they can ask for rachamim. So how much mercy is going to exist in the world? How much rachamim is going to exist in the world next year? The Creator is creating the world, and He says, partners, go ahead. And Yom Adin, on the day that I'm deciding all the judgments of everything that exists, go ahead, and if on that day you take a shofar, hold on to the root of judgment. The Ari HaKadosh explains that the shofar, without going into details, very Kabbalistic explanations. The shofar means in heavens that we're holding on to the root of judgment and we rejoice with our judgment. We say, Creator of the world, thank you for all your laws. They're necessary. We understand that your laws is how you enable your infinite good to flow into the world. When we could stand and have this attitude, and then we could say, ask the Creator of the world, we love your judgment, we love your love so much. We need more mercy, we're creation. And then the Creator says, okay, This is what I was looking for. That means the fine gold that man could produce, that the godly partner in this world, what could we give God? Is that is rachamim. We could ask for more mercy. Then the Creator collects all the mercy from every single heart of every single Jew, from every tear, from every request, and says, okay, let's create this next world with the mercy that you guys asked for, because you're my partners. So what am I thinking on? What am I thinking about Rosh Hashanah? Rabbi Nachman Vostov teaches that the main thing Rosh Hashanah, right? You're thinking I'm saying is to go to Uman. That's not what he says. He also says to go to Uman. But the main thing Rosh Hashanah is lachshov machshavot tovot. The main thing is to think positive thoughts. Shevadai Hashem yitbarach yativ imanu. Vadai, certainly the Creator is good, and the purpose of creation is good, and everything He does is good, and all the judgment and the reasons for the details, all good. To think machshavot tovot. Because the same way the machshava, the thought, is the root of the entire speech and behavior. It's like the head. So is Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is the head day of the entire year. And what happens on Rosh Hashanah manifests and unfolds throughout the entire year. The machshava, that's why machshava is so important. That's why on Rosh Hashanah we eat simanim. Head of a fish, or head of a goat, or the apple and the honey, or eat this. What are you eating simanim on Rosh Hashanah? What are these little acts of symbolism? What are they going to do for the entire year? Oh, it's a day of programming the microchips, and everything you're doing today is absolutely significant. It's a Rosh, it's a head day. So everything we do on Rosh Hashanah will unfold and continue throughout the entire year. So Hashem tells on this holy day, that's the entire day of all the gvurot of the whole year, of the Rosh Hashanah. When you guys stand and do this mitzvah exactly and say, Creator of the world, we're so happy with your judgment. We love your judgment. Right? The Torah, the place can bring down that normally when a person goes to court, especially in those days, life and death was people went, they fasted before, they grew their hair, they went in dark, they went in, over here we dress white, we feast, we're happy, because we know that the Creator is good and everything He does is good and His judgment is good. We're rejoicing with His judgment. And that's how we bring Rachamim into the world. So the thought is machshavot avot. The Zohar Kadosh writes, very interesting. The Zohar Kadosh writes that the kavanot of Rosh Hashanah come from the pasuk betoch ami anochi yeshevet. I'm sitting in my nation. It's a story in Tanakh where one of the women answered Elisha. Elisha asked her, "Do you need anything?" She says, "I'm just one of the people. I don't need a connection with the king. I'm one of the people." And that is the kavanah of Rosh Hashanah. That means that Rosh Hashanah are meant to be so excited over creation of man. Meaning, I'm standing Rosh Hashanah, what am I thinking? It's not a day of confession, I'm not thinking of sins. What am I thinking? It's the day of creation of man, with a capital M. I'm accepting the position of man. I'm embracing the position of man. I'm rejoicing with this human partnership that's been given to me with the Creator of the world. So that's why the energy of Rosh Hashanah is a mixture of Chesed and Rachamim. If you look at Rosh Hashanah, it's Vegilu Bere'ada. It says in the Vegilu, you should tremble with rejoice. Trembling is fear. Sorry, Gilu is rejoice with trembling. Rejoicing is Chesed. What does that mean? That means that in our being, on this day, we're meant to unify within our experience the Chesed and the Gvura of Hashem. We're meant to feel that all the Gvuras are Chasadim, and in Mela it's all Rachamim. And then through our beings, we're meant to feel this feeling of Rachamim. That's what Rav Nachman writes, B'shimcha yagilun kol hayom, in your name they'll rejoice all day. Same thing. Another pasuk that shows you that rejoicing and crying together are meant to take place in the same moment, in the same heart at the same time. How? Because that's the feeling of feeling these two energies. They're not contradicting. Feeling the flow of the goodness and the chesed of Hashem, and feeling the necessity of the din of Hashem are not, even though externally seem to be contradicting, they're not. In our hearts, in our understanding of a yid, they unify. We understand that it's there for us to say, Creator of the world, we want rachamim. You showed us your chesed. You're showing us our din. We're asking you, the world needs your mercy. This is what we could give. And that's the identity, meaning the feeling of Rosh Hashanah is Ashrei Am Yod'ei Teruah. It's not a day of feeling myself. It's a day of feeling Am Yisrael, feeling Batoch Ami Anochi Yoshevet. We all have multiple identities. But in a very basic way, I could feel my body and my lower identity, so to speak. My individual, my name, my need, my stomach, my hunger, my mood, whatever it is, me. Or I could feel a grand, great identity of I am a part of this holy nation, Am Yisrael, Bnei Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. It's like, are you a soldier or are you feeling the army? Are you feeling the mission or are you feeling like your deal? And the entire energy of Rosh Hashanah is to rejoice with the fact that we are the nation of partnership of the Creator of the world that's here to bring forth life into the world and mercy into the world. Ashrei Am Yod'ei Teruah. How fortunate is the nation that knows Teruah. And Teruah really is the name of the Rosh Hashanah is called Yom Teruah, a day of Teruah. So Teruah is that it's a broken sound of 9 sounds. That's the pshat. But what does it mean? Ashrei Am Yod'ei. Fortunate is a nation that knows Teruah. It doesn't say that sounds the sounds of Teruah, that knows Teruah. So the words Teruah is the shorish is Reish Ayin. So Reish Ayin is also from the word Ra'ua, like something shaky or broken. Fortunate is the nation that could break their heart, that could through shofar. But Teruah is also a notion of Reya and Reyus and friendship. Fortunate is the nation that knows the secret of the friendship, that knows the secret of the partnership, that is excited of the position of man, that understands that the Creator wants there to be man, and He wants man to be involved in producing life by man being the one demanding the rachamim, by man noticing, saying, Creator, I know you're good for mercy, please give us mercy. Ashrei Am Yod'ei Teruah. Fortunate is the nation that knows that we are the nation of brothers, of friends, of lovers to Hashem. And that's why shofar is Rashi Tevot Tzchok Pinu Ulshonenu Rina. Laughter. Shofar is the biggest laughter, is the biggest joke. Because what's a joke? A joke is I'm telling you a story about something and you think it's going that way. And then the punchline you realize, boom, it went that way. You crack up. You realize the same thing. Yitzchak, which is Midas Agvura, is called Yitzchak, laughter. Why is he laughing if it's Midas Adin? Should be like very serious. Why is the judgment laughing? Because the judgment knows that it's only appearing as judgment. It knows that inside its essence, it's just preparing the vessels to allow the flow of infinite good to create rachamim and life and foreverness. So this is a day, to sum this up, we should be focused on thinking positive thinking, machshavot tovot, as being in our Rosh. Rosh Hashanah is not just the head of the year, the head being in our head. Machshavot tovot will manifest, especially in Ben Adam lechavero, between humans. Make sure not to have any judgment thought on any Jew during Rosh Hashanah. Make sure to keep your mind full of love and full of mercy and full of certainty that the Creator is good and the purpose of creation is good. And bevadai he is good, and bevadai he will chotem every yid l'chaim tovim u'l'shalom. This is the intention. And during the day, during the tefillot, during the entire anytime, during the sudot, feel the feeling of Ashrei Am shekach lo, Ashrei Am she'Adonai alav. Wow, what a great national identity I have. Try to not focus on your individual feelings of individual self, but try to be expanded and feel your great self. Try to feel the pride of being Am Yisrael and the mission of being Am Yisrael. Accept upon yourself saying, wow, that I'm so excited that we are the partners of the Creator in the flow of life. Look at Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. If it wasn't for them, there'd be no life, period. Because of these individuals that tuned into godliness, the flow of life flows through them and through their nation. Wow, I'm so excited, Creator. Thank you for putting me in this position, in this family. I'm going to take this seriously. I'm going to take this responsibility seriously. I'm going to take my partnership with you seriously. I'm going to rejoice with it. I'm going to realize there's no other partners. The Creator didn't make any other partners. Not the angels, not nothing. The main specialty of man is noticing his everythingness, his godliness, and joining in his godly partnership with joy. And that's the Kabbalat Ol Malchut Shamayim, accepting, Creator, you're the King. I'm so happy to be a part of this. And feeling these great thoughts. And B'ezrat Hashem, through these thoughts, Hashem Yitbarach should really, manifest these things that we're talking about should become tangible. We should be witnesses of seeing unbelievable love between Am Yisrael this coming year. We should be witnesses of feeling unbelievable feelings of responsibility towards the mercy that flows into the world. We should feel unbelievable joy that the Creator has given us His name and His techniques and everything man needs to draw God into the world. And Yeh Ratzon that our nation should experience a tkuma, a renaissance, a rebuilding, a reunifying, something brand new that we never imagined, of all of our good thoughts coming together, of all of our davenings coming together, of all the thousands of years and all the tears. And we should see this year the revealing of the dynamic partnership between man and God. We should see a world that runs by a Jewish nation, where the God says, "You guys are the kings of the world. You talk to me, we'll take care of business together." בעזרת השם. שתהיה שנה טובה, כתיבה וחתימה טובה לכל עם ישראל, בכל מקום שהם. ביג הג from צפת.